Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 6, Episodes 6 to 10. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 6, Episode 6, A Poached Ego. And I have to say, this was honestly a very well done Team Rocket episode. Yeah. Back in Season 5, I put their episode as the worst episode of the season. And now this one is done a lot better. So apparently there's a poacher out in the wild who is kidnapping a group of Ekans and Koffing. And while Team Rocket had the idea to steal them to create their own army, like you do, they decide to, because of Jesse's Arbok and James's wheezing, they decide to free them instead. And I'm kind of like that about them. Yes, they're bad people, but when a fellow Pokemon is hurt, they decide, yeah, why not? I'm gonna decide to help them instead. And what they go through is honestly not bad. And both Jesse and James do surprisingly well against this guy, despite, well, him using, well, a Furo and I keep forgetting this Pokemon's name. The one that evolves into a Tyranitar later. So yeah, you gotta admit, they surprisingly do well. And I'm not gonna lie, when they realize that Arbok and Weezing have to get the Pokemon to safety, Jesse James have to say goodbye. And this is sadly the last time Arbok and Weezing appear on screen ever again. And honestly, it's a very, very sad goodbye. I mean, we're supposed to hate these people, but when they do them right, they're legit surprisingly sympathetic. And you gotta commit to Team Rock. It's persistence. Is yeah, that Pokemon that evolves into Tyranitar pretty much gives them a run for their money. But they don't give up. And thank God that Arbok, Weezing, the group of Ekans and the group of Koffing all get away. Honestly, it's a really sad moment. And Team Rocket still holds on until the end. And speaking of the poacher, he is a real nasty piece of work. I mean, he captures Pokemon. We don't know why he does it. And he's also a very persistent, evil man. And I like that Ash and the gang don't play a part in this episode until the opening and the ending. I mean, yeah, Officer Jenny is the one that captures the poacher in the end, but again, he got what he deserved. Oh, and there's a Catnir in this episode. One that saved Team Rocket earlier from one of the poacher's Pokemon, and James gives him a little treat as thanks. But that Catnir still follows him around throughout the entire episode, and at the end, James decides, okay, why not? You can come with me. And thus the Catnir torturing James like victory bell begins. So yeah, I thought this was a pretty damn perfect episode. Jesse and James' goodbye to Arbok and Weezing was very emotional. The poacher was a good villain, and Catnir joining Team Rocket was pretty sweet. So yeah, top-notch episode all around. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 6, Episode 7, Trees a Crowd. And this is honestly another great episode. So, Ash, Brock, May, and Max come across a Treeko. Turns out this is the habitat, and Ash wants to catch one, given, well, as he says, he's always wanted one ever since he met one back at Professor Birch's lab. And yeah, Treeko's introduction here is honestly so damn good. I mean, with the tree stick in his mouth, he looks like Rango from the movie Rango, and that movie didn't even come out yet at the time. Yeah, he's like something out of old western. It's so damn good. Now if that Treeko had a Texan accent that sounded like Tennessee Kid Cooper from Sly Cooper, that would have made my money. I mean, just give him a hat, and get him some firearms. He'd be good as gold. And yeah, you can definitely get Treeko's personality down pat. A calm, cool, collected Pokemon that also cares about something. When the other Treeko leave, because their tree is dying, Treeko decides to stay behind and keep going. And you gotta commend to Ash for instantly trying to help. Even Treeko realizes it and they work together. And yeah, you get the usual Team Rocket shtick. Hell, there's even one funny line from Ash that cracks me the hell up. Since when they got a Katnia, I bet they stole it. Can you honestly blame him for thinking that? No, I can't. And yeah, this pretty much earns the respect of Treeko's little friends, one of them being an elderly Treeko. And despite their efforts, the tree dies anyway, but it grows again. So, you gotta commend that. We get a little bit of Treeko versus Pikachu, and yeah, this was a pretty good catch. So yeah, I thought this was a pretty decent episode. Treeko's character was set well perfectly. Treeko's little friends were cool. The little tree subplot was really well done. So yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 6, Episode 8, A Tale with a Twist. And this is honestly such a fantastic episode. So now with Treeko in the group, the Pokemon, well, let's just say Treeko just does his own thing. He doesn't join with anybody, he just sits in his own tree. Yeah, let Treeko do whatever he wants, as long as he's not harming nobody. But then of course a Seviper suddenly enters in, and well, that little torchic of May's just wants to help, but it is pretty much no match. And props to Treeko for not only saving Torture, but sadly gets defeated by Seviper. And this really hurts Treeko. And to Treeko's credit, he decides, well, since that Seviper bet me in my own game, I'm gonna try and get stronger, despite getting injured during the fight. I legit like that side of his side of the character. One that trains, but also is cool. And we get a really funny subplot with Team Rocket almost out of food, and Jessie hiding the last of the rice balls. And yeah, that Survivor comes back again. Eats one of them. Jessie has another one in there that she tries to grab, and this sets up pretty much how to mentally break a character. So Seviper not only grabs the last rice ball, but actually rips half of Jessie's hair off. And this is where Jessie's at her breaking point. You know you irritate a character when you destroy the thing they love the most. And that is Jessie's hair. Jessie is such a vain character, but anyone that messes with her hair, they know about it. And she goes full on enraged against the Viper. And it honestly some of the funniest comedy you can ever possibly get. Even Meowth and James are terrified. And their description when she takes down Seviper, keep this in mind, she has no Pokemon on her at the time. Hell, she tries to do with Wobbuffet earlier, but it sadly didn't work. It's some of the funniest comedy ever. And when she eventually knocks out Seviper, she's like, oh, you want some more? And Jason's like, no, what about catching it? And she's like, oh, right, of course. And she does eventually catch it. But then magically in the very next shot, her hair grows back again. I don't care how stupid that is. That whole 2-minute bit was so goddamn funny. I don't care if it was a continuity error. And we get a pretty decent fight at the end with Jessie's Seviper against Ash's Treeko. And this is where Treeko's little training pays off, as, yeah, he defeats Seviper, no surprise, given, well, it belongs to Jessie now. And they get blasted off, you know the drill. But yeah, I thought this episode was pretty damn fun. Jessie's little bit with Seviper was damn funny, Treeko's little training montage was cool, and it sets up nicely in a neat little bow. So yeah, this was pretty much a flawless episode, done well. It's got the dramatic stuff down, and it's got the comedic stuff down well. Very funny. Today I'm looking at Pokemon Season 6, Episode 9, Taming of the Shroomish. And this was honestly a pretty sweet episode. So, Max wants to see a ton of city Pokemon that he's never seen before. But May also wants to go shopping. So, Brox decides to take May out shopping while Ash stays with Max so he can explore around a little bit. And Max eventually finds a little Shroomish. And while it doesn't do anything at first, Ash, does the right thing correctly by being gentle on the poor Shroomish and being its a Pokemon food. And it turns out from other townspeople that Brock and May meet, turns out the little haunted place, the little mansion that's about to be taken down, is haunted. So, what does May do? Takes a terrified Brock with her to find out what it is. And I don't know why, but Brock being absolutely terrified does get a good legit laugh. Even Ash and Max tag along, bump into them as well, and they discover the place. They come across some dude who tells them they shouldn't go in there, until he eventually discovers there's a Shroomish there. And he tells them of his backstory. It turns out he knew the Shroomish. And yeah, I love Max's character here. Yes, big shocker here, because, 6 episodes ago I hate him. But for this episode, he does have his moments, and in this one, he is really good in this. And trust me, it'll get better. His understanding of the Shroomish is honestly so damn sweet. I mean, he understands them both mentally, physically, and psychologically. And he wants to help them despite, their home is about to be destroyed. And yeah, it's the usual dumb Team Rocket scheme, but I do like how they end it. With, they don't stop the construction. They decide, why not just transfer them somewhere else? And I'm like, okay. They do this maturely. There's no crying. There's no whimpering. And I like the guy who, by the way, has a connection to these Pokemon, deciding, I'm going to take you somewhere else where you can be happy. And I'm going with you. It's not a bad ending. It's honestly kind of a sweet ending. So yeah. It's resolved in a very pretty good way. So, top notes of this episode for doing that. So yeah, I thought this episode was pretty done well. Had a good start, a good ending, and surprisingly sweet moments. Oh, great. Today, I'm looking at Pokemon Season 6, Episode 10, You Said a Mouthful. And oh boy, is this one a mouthful. Yeah, we've gotten 4 great, near-perfect episodes. How do we end it? With a pretty bad one. So, Ash wants to turn as the strongest Pokemon in the world. Yeah. Ever heard of that one before? So he comes across a trainer named Anthony and his Pelipper. A Pelipper that can do attacks that normally can't do. I am not even kidding. That's how this Pokemon is the strongest thing in the world. Now you would think, okay, there's a bit of mystery behind it. Maybe this is a unique Pokemon that can't use moves before. Like, later on in the series, there's a Riolu that can use Aura Sphere, even though it can't use that move until it's evolved into a Lucario. Okay, it might be something unique, but then we find out later, and here's the twist here. It turns out Anthony has been kidnapping Pokemon, stuffing them into Pelipper's mouth, and forcing them to launch attacks that Pelipper, a flying water type, can't use. Yeah, that's right, folks. Anthony is running a scam and defeating other trainers against types they have a disadvantage to. And we're supposed to sympathize with his character. You know you're an awful, terrible human being when Team Rocket calls you out on it. And, yeah, Team Rocket does the exact same thing. They're bad guys. They're meant to be evil. This guy... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Well, if you didn't mean to, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. I mean, how could you conceive just a stupid, selfish idea? I just wanted the strongest Pokemon in the world. Well, maybe take some advice and actually train your damn Pelipper. Not steal a Pokemon, forcing them against their will to perform attacks. I mean, no. This is so inconsistently stupid. And what a shock! Team Rocket trick him. Oh yeah, they blackmail him as well. Oh, you don't do what we say, we'll expose your secret. Well, why don't you expose the secret anyway? You're bad people. We're meant to hate you. Honestly, this is so stupid. And yeah, his hard apology. Yeah, you should be going to jail, pal. No. In the real world, your ass is going to jail for fraud, animal cruelty. No, you're an awful human being. No apology is not going to make up for the fact you scammed people. Oh, and from audience is watching this, do not follow what this guy does. So yeah, this episode's stupid. Absolutely stupid. It is so ungodly insulting. It's stupid as all hell. The guy never faces any legal repercussions, and we're supposed to sympathize with him. No. This is stupid. Stupid in almost every way. No. And that's the end of the video, folks. Hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to get more videos out like this. Speaking of which, tomorrow, I'll be looking at Pokemon Season 6, Episodes 11 to 12. Keep an eye out for that video. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.